Fixing a broken sprinkler is way easier than it sounds. No need to call out a professional and spend a bunch of money on something you can do in under an hour. First step, recommend getting the area wet if it isn't already naturally wet from the leak, but taking a round-headed shovel, not a flat-head shovel, and kind of pierce into the ground around the sprinkler head. Do it slowly unless you know exactly where the PVC sprinkler line is, so you don't break anything. With the soil removed, we can now see exactly where the different varying parts are. Now we're going to go ahead and clean up the area, so when we remove everything, we won't be introducing dirt back into the system. So just taking a spray bottle, kind of cleaning it up. With the white PVC connection clean and the riser, the gray little piece right above, clean, go ahead and start removing the sprinkler body head, and you can set it aside.
I don't want to just leave this sitting out like that, so I have a hair band. You could also use a rubber band, any type of thing that can tighten it down. And then I'm just going to grab this sandwich bag, but basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover over the pipe because I don't want junk getting in here. So basically I'm going to take the plastic bag, put it over, and then put this there. It's not tight, so let's go ahead and fix that.
I ordered a 3-inch body instead of a 2-inch off of Amazon so it could help clear the grass better. To replace the nozzle, get your fingernails or a screwdriver, pry underneath the lip, and pull it out. As you pull it out, the spring is going to want to pull it back down, so with your left hand, pinch and tighten your hand on the riser, untwist your nozzle, and then insert the new one. And then once the new one's completely twisted back on tight, you can let go with your left hand and it'll just suck right back in.
If I do find that this is just too high up and I keep whacking it with my lawnmower, then I'll do something about it. But for right now, we're just going to roll with this. So now it's just a matter of making sure that this is clean, which it is. The threads are clean. So now it's just a matter of twisting this on. Don't really press super hard, but just get it going, make sure it's okay. That is pretty dang tight. I'd be surprised. Okay, height wise, actually doesn't look too bad. It's about the height of the curbing, so I think we're probably going to be fine. But before we bury anything, we're going to test this. We're going to run it, make sure it's not leaking. Have no idea where the water's going to shoot out, by the way. It may shoot back that way, it may shoot towards the grass, so we'll find out here shortly. But we at least finished putting in the new unit. Let's see what happens. The old sprinkler cracked. You can see that crack. That whole top just cracked. It's, 20-something years old. Makes sense, they don't last forever. Okay, I've backed up. Everything is looking good. What we're really watching for on the test is to make sure that there isn't any water leaking down around the white fitting, the PVC, where it comes into the riser. That could be leaking from the body itself of the sprinkler head, or from down below. Nothing changed from down below, so that shouldn't be an issue. It should be just basically what we twisted on. And of course, the new sprinkler shouldn't be leaking where the old one was.
Using my smart home and the Beehive app, I went ahead and triggered the system to come on for 1 minute. Now I'm looking around for any leakage in the body itself, and I can kind of see down low it's looking pretty good. A little bit higher up, and then of course the very top is not cracked like the old one, so everything's looking good. At this point, everything is signed off and ready to proceed with moving forward, but I do need to realign the direction that that sprinkler head is shooting. As you can see, it's a little bit more clockwise than it should be. Going to go ahead and adjust that. I'll show you that process next.
Okay, while we have this hole open, I'm going to go ahead and just take some pruning shears and remove some of these roots. These are pretty small, so I don't think they're really doing a whole lot, causing problems, but we're already in here. We might as well clean up and get some of this stuff gone. That's probably the biggest one by quite a bit. From the standpoint of adjusting these, what you're really doing is you're getting up under the lip and you want to get your hand around the bottom part here. You don't want to twist up here, but basically lift up and twist. That should be better. Okay, that's much better. It's shooting out this way and ending the beam or the pattern that way. So right now it's getting the coverage for the grass this way and this way, but not too far this way into the bed. So there's some overlap for sure, but not an issue. That twisting it got it lined up. So now at this point we're really just backfilling. So what we're gonna do here, just start with the mud. It's a fun sound. Go ahead and just start plopping that in and start putting the grass in. Sprinklers are not hard, guys. Sprinklers are not hard. They're a little messy, but there's nothing difficult about it. So I got a little gap here at the bottom, so let's just go ahead and shove that mud and grass. And you'll be surprised at just how resilient this grass and mud is. You kind of just rebuild the area yourself. The grass will just grow back. If you find that, you know, it's a little low, you can always just add dirt back, and again, the grass is gonna grow up around. You definitely want to check on it several days in a row as things settle back down. You want to make sure it doesn't sink, because if you don't return all the mud, this can get weak, not supported. The mud helps kind of pack and support this so it has some strength to it. So you just want to make sure that as you rebuild, that things are packed in, the grass is around it, and again, it'll regrow into the area. It looks a little beat up. There's some holes there, but give it a couple weeks and it'll look fine. Oh, here's some more grass I've just found. Definitely better to do this during the day, not at nighttime, but the sprinklers are gonna go off in the morning and I don't want to miss the cycle. So that's the repair. We're all done.
Okay, here we are on the next day. We'll go ahead and kind of push around the soil in the area, kind of compact it, backfill it a little bit more. As you can see, there's maybe about 1 inch of space underneath this one that needs to be filled. Once that's done, get it wet and kind of compact it and make it really solid so it can get bumped around, knocked around, and won't move anywhere. So it has that support. Then at that point, you can go ahead and clean up. In this case, I just pull out the hose, spray down the area, kind of get it nice and clean, and admire our work. There you go. Love any comments, tips, or thoughts right below it. As mentioned earlier, we've linked all the items in the video description below. Which, by the way, if you click on one of those links and buy something, shortly after I might get a small kickback at no cost to you. Also, there's a way to help small creators like myself via the super thanks button below the video. And lastly, it wouldn't be a video from the internet if I didn't ask you to hit the subscribe button. At least my pleading was at the end of the video, so you didn't have to sit through that before getting the information you came for. Regardless of what you may or may not do, I appreciate your time.